Gallatin County basketball getting ready to start in a few moments. And hello, everybody. This is Dave Cruzen coming to you from Galatia, Illinois. Galatia High School, Gallatin County Hawks. Tonight, we'll be taking on the Galatia Bearcats in a GEC matchup. And we got about just under 10 minutes before the start of the JV contest. So, I'm going to step away for just a moment, get some things squared away. And hopefully you can all hear me okay. I've had some audio problems here, but I think we got it taken care of. And we'll be back in just a little bit.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra-fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pinboards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
The philosophy of Legence Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Legence, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Legence, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks athletics.
And we're back here at Galatia High School, getting ready for the JV contest here with the Gallatin County Hawks and the Galatia Bearcats. The JV Hawks, this will be their first action in 2 weeks. They were last on the floor on the 23rd of January when they were at home against Hardin County. Had a successful night that night, if I remember correctly. And hopefully tonight will be just as beneficial for the JV Hawk squad. Hopefully we can you can see everything all right out here. I'm going to try to adjust just a little bit so we can take a look around and see if we see the entire floor, and hopefully we do. There's a good look around if you've not been to Galatia. I'm up on the stage, and hopefully I can bring you some good sights and sounds here for this one. We're about 3 minutes away. I'm going to step away for just a moment, get myself a drink, be ready to go in about 3 minutes. And we got the first buzzer to sound. We are getting ready for some JV action here. So hoping for a good night from both the Hawk squads out here this evening. Got a veteran officiating crew here tonight. Coach Jeremy Earlback from SIC, Brett Oxford, and Ken Murphy will have the call. And I would assume that those gentlemen will have the call for both contests tonight. And we'll try to get some names for you as they get out to the floor. Looks like for the Hawks coming out on the floor, Wyatt Goebel, number 34, number 2, Caston Wood, number 35, Kaysen Steele, number 33, Aiden Combs, and number 31, Elliott Page. And we will get the Galatia folks for you as things go along here. It's like jumping center for The Hawks will be Cason Steele, and number 4, Cale Strickland, will be jumping for the Galatia Bearcats. Ball is tipped in, controlled by the Hawks. Caston Wood quickly to the hole, and up and in, and the Hawks, just like that, jump on top, 2-0, with Caston Wood connecting. Ball on the other end. The Hawks take it away from number 3. That was Townsend. He was controlling the ball for the Bearcats, and the Hawks just took it away. Caston Wood, top of the key, over to Elliott Page on the left side. Now back across to Wood. He fires the 3. No good. Long rebound. It's going to be run down. Wyatt Goebel comes up with it out to Wood, top of the key, and the Hawks will reset. Wood over to Page, to Goebel in the corner. Goebel's going to drive, kicks it out to Wood. Wood underneath. Combs goes up and does not get it to fall, but a foul is going to be coming on number 13 from Galatia. That'll be Foster. That'll be his first. And Aiden Combs will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Hawks. Combs' shot is up and no good. On the floor for Galatia is Foster. Birdwell. Aiden's second shot, no good. We got a lane violation on number 55. That is James Birdwell from Galatia. He was in the lane too quick. So Foster, Birdwell, Wood, Strickland, and Townsend on the floor for Galatia. Aiden Combs getting the reset shot, no good. Rebound comes down to number 30. That would be Wood from Galatia. He gets it ahead to Townsend. Townsend drives, kicks it back out. Wood fires the 3. No good. Birdwell gets it. His shot hits the underside of the iron. Is rebounded by Goebel. Elliott Page up court with it. Free throw line. Shot up and good off the board. Elliott Page connects. And the Hawks extend their lead to 4-0. Galatia with the ball up top. Townsend off to Wood. Back over to Townsend. He works the left side. Throws it across to Wood. Wood in the corner to Strickland. Fires the 3 from the corner. It is no good. Rebound. Still loses it, but Goebel comes up with it. Wyatt Goebel brings it down court. Now he pulls back, kicks it across. Caston Wood's going to drive to the block. His shot up and good. And the Hawks push that lead up to 6-0. Townsend with the ball for the Bearcats. Dribbles it off his foot. It's picked up by Goebel. Ahead to Page. Page through 2 defenders has it knocked away and stolen by Wood from Galatia. Cam Wood from Galatia into the front court. Drives to the left side. Going to go the lane. Cut off there by Page and Goebel. Pulls it back out underneath to number 13. That is Foster. Foster out top to Townsend. Townsend picks up his dribble. Gets it across to Wood. Wood on the right side, works down the corner. Now he's going to go to the block. His shot, no good. Rebound, Birdwell. Birdwell gets it off Townsend. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. Now he's going to pull back up top. Throws it to Strickland. Strickland wasn't looking. It's a loose ball, and it's going to be back and forth. Backcourt violation on Galatia. Foster tried to run it down. Cason Steele was in pursuit, but didn't come up with it. And the Hawks will take over with 4:26 to go in the first quarter. Ball into Page. Page, top of the key over to Wood. Wood in the corner to Combs. Combs up top to Page. Page fires the shot from up top. No good. Rebound Combs. Combs bounces off a defender. Hits Page. Page to Steele in the corner. Thought about it. Didn't take it. Now takes it back up top. Gives it off to Page, and the Hawks will reset. Over to Wood. Wood out near the timeline. Directing traffic. Over to Combs. Combs to Steele. To Wood in the corner. Corner 3. And a timeout for Galatia as Caston Wood connects from deep in the pocket. And the Hawks have a 9-0 lead. We'll be back in just about 30 seconds. Good start for the JV Hawks. They've jumped up by 9. Caston Wood popping the shot from the corner. And the Hawks, a little full court pressure action. Foster inbounds it to Townsend. Townsend brings the ball up the left side, runs into a block by Aiden Combs, and that'll be his first foul, first team foul on the Hawks. Aiden tried to cut him off, but didn't have the base, or didn't have the sideline covered. Reese Crane and Max Brockett checking in for the Hawks as Steele and Goebel will go to the bench. Strickland into Townsend, just over the line. Works to the left side. Underneath to Foster. Foster back out up top. Picks up his dribble. Tries to hit Strickland, cutting back door. His shot is up, no good. Rebound, Caston Wood yanks it away from a couple of defenders and brings it up court himself. Wood directing traffic, gives it off to Page. Page hits Brockett, who dumps it in the corner to Wood. Wood throws it underneath to Max Brockett, but it gets loose, and it will be Galatia basketball on the turnover. 3:13 on the clock. First quarter. Checking in for the Hawks, Jaden Tucker. Aiden Combs will go to the bench. And a new player checking in for Galatia, number 10, Carson Harris, has checked in as Townsend will go to the bench. Wood will handle the ball for Galatia, as Townsend, who was handling the ball, has gone to the bench. Wood works the right side to the block. One-hander, no good. Birdwell with the rebound. Birdwell stick back, no good. Rebound, Max Brockett. Gives it off to Wood. 2:58 on the clock, and here come the Hawks. Over to Tucker. Tucker to Crane, middle of the lane. Loses the handle on it. It is picked up by the new guy in the game. That is Harris. Harris brings it across the line, bounces it off Strickland. Almost goes out of bounds. Strickland does step out of bounds, is not caught. Gets it back up top to Foster. Foster across to Wood. Wood works to the right side, pulls it back. I'm sorry, it's Harris again. Now to Foster. Foster up top to Strickland. Strickland fakes, goes right, pulls up, jumper from about 15 feet, no good. Long rebound, Elliott Page pulls down the board. And the Hawks back in business on their end of the floor. Page into Brockett at the free throw line. Back out to Page. Page directing traffic to Tucker. In the corner to Wood. Wood up top to Page. Page to Tucker on the left side. Couldn't hang on to the ball. Out of bounds. Galatia basketball. 1:55 to go. Cam Wood to bring the ball up for Galatia. Top of the key. Working against Wood. Wood against Wood up there. Hands it off to Foster. Foster, top of the key. Gives it off to Harris. Harris across to Wood. Wood looking for a lane. Nice defense by the JV Hawks. Out in the corner to Harris. Now down on the baseline to Strickland. He's working against Tucker. Middle of the lane. His shot is up and rims out. Rebound, Caston Wood. Gets it ahead to Page. Page is going to look to drive now. Pulls it back out. Good defense there by the Galatia defender, Harris. Caston Wood running the show. Over to Tucker. Tucker back across to Wood. Wood dumps it into Brockett. Brockett has it knocked loose from behind. Birdwell comes up with it. His pass goes over the head of a Galatia player. Harris comes up with a loose ball ahead to Cam Wood. He's going to drive. Is cut off by Caston Wood down there. Middle of the lane, kicks it out to Harris. Harris bounce pass underneath the Birdwell. Is stolen by Elliott Page. Page drives the length, has his shot swatted away. Tucker comes up with a loose ball. Out to Wood. Caston Wood directing traffic. Under 30 seconds to go, first quarter. Tucker with the ball in the corner to Crane. Crane up top, Wood to Page. Page from about 15 feet, up and good. Elliott Page connects, and the Hawks, with 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter, have 11-point lead. as Wood will try to work his way in for Galatia. He does on the baseline, loses the handle, picks up his loose ball, but time will expire, and that will do it for the first quarter. The Hawks JV squad leads it 11-0 at the end of one. We'll be back in 60 seconds. He's having a conversation there with Coach Earlbeck from Southeastern Illinois College. His baseball team was supposed to play today, their season opener, but they were feeling the effects of the snow as they were snowed out. We get ready to start the second quarter. Galatia will trigger the ball in. Strickland has the ball for Galatia. Kicks it in the corner to Dominic Belford, new player in the ball game for the Bearcats. Belford up top to Foster. Foster tries to get it over to Strickland on the far side, but it is knocked away out of bounds by Elliott Page. And the Hawks playing some stout defense right now in this first half. Strickland with the ball. He's looking for help. Picked it up in a bad spot, throws it over the head of his teammate Foster into the crowd, and the Hawks will take over. 6:32 to go, first quarter. Elliott Page brings it up for the Hawks. Page, Brockett, Steele, Goebel, and Combs. A big lineup on the floor for the Hawks. A lot of post players out there. Goebel underneath the Combs. Good pass. His shot goes up. He is fouled. It'll be on Birdwell. That'll be his first and team first. And Aiden Combs will go to the line to shoot a pair. Aiden's first shot is on its way, and it is good. And Combs' second shot is also good, so Aiden makes up for a couple of misses in the first quarter from the free throw line. Strickland with the ball for Galatia. Spins back, kicks it up top to Foster. Foster over to Harris. Harris with the green shoes on. Over to Strickland, knocked away by Elliott Page, and he zips the other end, has the ball swatted from behind, but a foul coming on Strickland. That'll be his first. And the team second on Galatia is Elliott Page will go to the line and shoot a pair. Boy, if Elliott can get his hands on the ball and knock it loose, he is quick. Got to credit the player from Galatia being able to run him down there. Many people can't do that. Elliott's first shot on its way, and it is good. Six minutes exactly remain in the first half. Page's second shot is up, and it is also good. Elliott Page connects on both of them. Then the Hawks take a 15-point advantage. Strickland with the ball for Galatia into the front court. Works to the left side, guarded by Page, kicks it up top to Harris. Harris guarded up there by Aiden Combs. He gives it off to Belford, nearly loses it back court, but picks it up. He's looking for some help, gets Strickland. Strickland going to cut and go black during the block, lays it up off the top of the board, but they didn't call it. Rebound underneath there, looked like it was Belford with the rebound. His shot no good. Pass out to Page. Page ahead of the crowd, up and in. Elliott Page. And Elliott Page continues his good night from the field. Just over 5 minutes to go first half. Harris with the ball for Galatia, works to the left side of the block. Looking for someone back up top, gets it out to Foster. Foster near the old hash mark, brings it back across the floor to the right side. Over to Harris. Harris works his way to the right side from the left. Fires one from three, no good. Rebound underneath Foster. He loses the handle, and it is going to be out of bounds off of Gallatin as they knock the ball loose out of his hands. Elliott Page whistled for that one. And checking in for both teams, a slew of players, so we'll get those names and numbers for you when they appear in action. Galatia basketball under their own goal, 4:50 on the clock. Harris to inbound it, gets it into Foster. Foster works his way to the middle, but runs into a brick wall, and Wyatt Goebel. That ball is loose, jump ball, and it will be Gallatin County basketball in the alternating possession. Yeah, he decided to take a drive in there, and he met Wyatt Goebel real quick, and Wyatt didn't go anywhere. Caston Wood brings it up for the Hawks. Bounce pass to Goebel at the free throw line, just inside his shot, rims off. Rebound number 35, fresh in the game for Galatia. That is Taborn. Cam Wood with the ball, gets it down low to Taborn. Taborn tries to make a move in the middle, kicks it out to Foster. It's knocked away and stolen by Reese Crane, who drives, lays it up hard off the board, no good. Rebound Galatia, out to Wood. Wood almost gets caught on the timeline, gets to Foster, now back to Wood. He kicks it in the corner to Harris. Harris drives, baseline is cut off there by Combs. Good defense by the Hawks. Up top to Foster, now back to Harris. Harris looking for a little help. Harris is going to drive to the right block, cut off there by Combs twice. Nice job on the defensive end by the Hawks. Up top to Foster. Foster over to number 30, fresh in the ball game. I believe that's Wood. He's still been in there for a long time. Number 35, Taborn. Taborn in the game. Over to Harris. Back to Taborn. Taborn tries to dump it down low, and saved by Harris from Galatia. But Wyatt Goebel comes up with a loose ball. Gives it off to Tucker. And Coach McGuire makes the call. Tucker brings it up top, kicks it into the corner, has it stolen away by McDonald from Galatia. His pass is broken up and stolen by Reese Crane. Nice job by Reese Crane. He fakes the defenders, but his shot does not fall. They just got a lid up there for Reese right now. Harris with the ball back to his end top of the key, hits Taborn, middle of the lane. He has the ball nearly taken away by Goebel, but he is going to be fouled on a shot attempt by Jaden Tucker. And for Tuck, that'll be his first and the first for the Hawks. And at the line to shoot two is Jeremiah Taborn. .252 to go, first half. Taborn's first shot is no good. And Taborn connects with a second shot. He breaks up the shutout. And the Hawks lead it by 16. Ethan Morgan in the ball game now for the Hawks, a freshman, number 3, and Carson Brannon, number 11. He is a sophomore. Both have checked in for the Hawks. Morgan up top, over to Brannon. Brannon's going to drive baseline, tries to kick it underneath. Reese Crane runs down the loose ball, gives it back to Morgan. Hawks will reset. Over to Combs, underneath to Crane. Crane, his shot up and good. Well, Reese deserved one there. He finally got one to fall. Townsend back in the game for Galatia. He tries to drive, loses a handle. Brandon comes up with it, dribbles through traffic, still comes through traffic, spins, looks to, didn't know what he was looking for there. Didn't know if he was going to pass or shoot. Sometimes that's what makes Carson kind of dangerous. But they're going to say that he fouled going after the loose ball. And that'll be Carson's first foul. Elliott Page checks in as Aiden Combs will go to the bench, and Galatia will take over at 1:57 on the clock. Cam Wood with the ball for Galatia. Works to the left side. Kicks it down to number 3, Townsend. KK Townsend with the ball down to Wood in the corner. Wood works his way, kicks it over to Townsend on the right side. Townsend works it all the way back to the left. Tries to cut back to the middle of the lane. Gives it out to McDonald, who does cut the lane. His shot no good. The scoop shot does not fall, and Morgan comes up with the rebound. And the Hawks are in business with 1:24 to go. Elliott Page off to Brandon. Brandon's going to drive. Gets caught underneath the goal. His shot hits the bottom side of the backboard. Townsend gets the pass from Foster. Drives all the way. His shot no good. Crane with the rebound. Gives it off to Page. 1:07 on the clock. Coach McGuire says, let's slow it down here just a little bit. Let's earn our supper on this one. Gets it off to Morgan. Morgan in the corner to Brandon. Brandon up top to Page. Page over to Wyatt Goebel. Nice ball movement by the Hawks. And Goebel is fouled going to the goal. Number 35, Taborn, will pick up the foul. That'll be Taborn's first. It'll be the team third. And it puts Wyatt Goebel at the line to shoot a pair. Wyatt's first shot rims out. Checking in for the Hawks, Connor Patton and Jaden Tucker, as Brandon and Crane will go to the bench. And checking in for Galatia, number 12, that is Jackson Hall, as Foster will go to the bench. Wyatt Goebel with his second shot. Wyatt drains the second one. And with 50 seconds on the clock, the Hawks lead it by 19. Townsend with the ball for Galatia. Tries to go over a screen, but has his pocket picked by Page, who drives and scores. Elliott Page. With an easy bucket for the Hawks. Townsend now with the ball again for Galatia. And he is working against Page. Almost had the baseline there, but kicks it out to Belford. Now over to Taborn. Taborn hands it back off to Townsend. 18 seconds on the clock. Townsend's going to work down the lane to the block. His shot is up and in. And that's the first field goal of the night for the Galatia Bearcats. Tucker now with the ball for Gallatin. He drives through some defense. He's going to be called for the travel. He tried to split some defenders there, but was unsuccessful. Ball into Belford. Wise move by Belford. Nearly has it stolen by Page in the corner. Patton does steal it. Flips it ahead, and that's going to be it at the break. The Hawks are going to lead it 22-3. We're going to step away for just a moment. We'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll have some stats for you and some other information. And we'll be back in just a few minutes.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra-fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pin boards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
Philosophy of Allegiance Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Allegiance, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Allegiance, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, Class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks Athletics.
And we've got just about just a hair over 3 minutes to go before the start of the second half. The Hawks JV squad out to a commanding lead right here at halftime, 22-3. The Hawks defense has just been outstanding during this first half against Galatia, and that has really been the story of the first half. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring. The Hawks right now unofficially led by Elliott Page with 10 points, 7 points for Caston Wood, 2 points apiece for Aiden Combs and Reese Crane, and 1 point for Wyatt Goebel. That gives them their total of 22. For Galatia, they are led by KK Townsend. He has 2. And Jeremiah Tabron has 1 for their total of 3. So that is where we're at right now. We are about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and we will be back in a little bit here to get started with the second half. All right, we are under a minute. We're ready to go here for the second half. For the Hawks on the floor, it looks like to start the second half, it will be the same group that started the ball game: Steele, Goebel, Combs, Page, and Caston Wood. For Galatia, it looks as if Foster, Strickland, Birdwell, Townsend, and Cam Wood will be on the floor for the Bearcats, as it will be Galatia basketball to start this second half. Galatia will inbound at the midcourt area. The official over there, Brett Oxford, just waiting for the clock to run down and be reset. And there it is. It's been reset. He tweets his whistle, and away we go. Townsend with the ball for Galatia into the front court. Top of the key. Works on the right side to Strickland, guarded by Elliott Page. Up top, it is Wood. Wood with the ball for Galatia. Bounce pass into the corner to Townsend. Townsend almost loses it. Comes back with it. Thought about going baseline. Bounce pass underneath the Birdwell. Birdwell is fouled underneath there. Wyatt Goebel is going to be whistled for the violation. That'll be Wyatt's first, team first. Galatia inbound under their own goal. Strickland trigger it in for the Bearcats. Into Townsend in the corner, nearly stolen by Combs. Townsend drives, shoots about a 6-footer. His shot no good. Rebound. Goebel gets it ahead to Combs. Combs through traffic, puts it up and in, and Aiden Combs fought his way to the goal and put one in for the Hawks, and that's how the second half will get started. 6:13 on the clock. Wood with the basketball for Galatia. Wood looking for something to happen. Has a screen by Birdwell, doesn't use it. Gets it off in the corner to Townsend, nearly stolen by Combs. Townsend drives baseline, is met there by a couple of Hawks. His pass is knocked loose. Goebel comes over the head to Page. Page up off the board, no good. Steele is there to clean it up. He misses his shot. Rebound comes down to Strickland from Galatia. Strickland will bring it up court for the Bearcats. Now he goes middle of the court, fires one up. Rebound comes down to Steele. Steele gives it off to Wood, and the Hawks will reset as they go back to the offensive end. Page over to Combs, to Wood in the corner. Caston Wood underneath the Steele. Nice pass, feeds Steele, and Steele puts it in. His first bucket of the game. And the Hawks extend their lead to 23. Timeout Galatia. It's going to be a full timeout as they are going to try to figure out what to do against this Hawk defense. 5:14 on the clock. We're going to step away. Hawks lead it by 23. And it will be Galatia basketball across the way. For the Hawks on the floor, Page, Goebel, Wood, Combs, and Steele. And Galatia counters with their starting lineup for this JV game. Ball into Townsend. And he will bring it up court for the Bearcats. Works it back to the left side. He's directing traffic. They're clearing out the middle. Pass over to Wood on the right side near the top. He works his way to the top of the key. Gives it off to Foster, now to Townsend. Townsend back to Foster. Foster looking to hit someone back door. Nothing's happening. Now he does. He hits Strickland back door in the block. His shot is up. No good. Rebound fought for. Steele comes down with the board. And Steele takes off Kicks it off to Combs. Combs flies in, and he is going to be whistled for the charge as Aiden Combs took it hard to the goal and plows over the Galatia defender. And the Hawks coming in with 3 subs. Reese Crane, Jaden Tucker, Max Brockett, as Combs, Wood, and Steele will all go and sit down. And Galatia will have Harris checking in as not Strickland, but Wood is going to, no, it is Strickland is going to take an exit. 4:36 to go. And Galatia. Cam Wood with the ball for the Bearcats. Works to the right side, back to the top of the key, gives it off to Foster. Foster hits Townsend. Baseline jumper for Townsend is up and good. And he cuts the Hawk lead back to 21 as Tucker will bring it up for Gallatin. Gives it off to Page. Page back to Tucker. 4:03 on the clock. Tucker down in the corner to Goebel. Back out to Tuck. Tuck works back top of the key. His pass stolen away by Foster. Foster kicks it ahead to Townsend. Loses the handle. Steps on the end line trying to retrieve it. And it will be Gallatin County basketball. 3:50 on the clock. As Tucker will inbound it to Elliott Page. And the Hawks are in business. Page to Tucker on the right side. Tucker back up top to Goebel. Goebel looking for help, gets it to Brockett. Brockett over to Tucker on the right side. He drives baseline, runs into Birdwell, bounces off of him, but it's going to be a foul on James Birdwell. That'll be his second, team first. And for Galatia, Cale Strickland will check back in as Chris Harris will go to the, Carson Harris rather, will go to the bench. Wyatt Goebel to inbound for the Hawks on the far end. Kicks it into Max Brockett. Up and in off the low block. Max Brockett scores, and the Hawks push the lead back to 23. Into the front court. Foster to Townsend. Townsend. To Foster. Over to Wood. Wood with the ball. Works to the baseline, now back out into the three-point line, now baseline again. Kicks it out across to Strickland. Strickland tries to drive, runs into traffic, has his shot blocked by Page, who gets it ahead to Tucker. Tucker all the way to the goal. His shot is up and in. Jaden Tucker connects off a good outlet pass from Elliott Page, and the Hawks extend their lead to 25. Townsend for Galatia up top to Foster. Gives it off to Townsend. Pass to Birdwell. Birdwell gives it off to Foster near the timeline. Galatia to try to reset. Townsend looks to drive, pulls it back. Good defense by the Hawks yet again. Pass nearly stolen by Crane. Pass across now back to Townsend. Townsend in the corner, kicks it up to Strickland. Drives the lane, lays up the one-hander. No good. Rebound bounced out. Elliott Page. And the Hawks attacking the other end. He gets it ahead to Tucker. Tucker pulls it back out with 1:58 on the clock. The Brockett top of the key. Now to Page to Tucker in the corner. Fires it up. Misses the three. Long rebound. Townsend loses it off his foot, and it will be Gallatin County basketball. Checking in for the Hawks, Carson Brannon, Connor Patton, Aiden Combs, as Brockett, Goebel, and Page will have a seat. Hawks to inbound right underneath their own goal. Harris checking in for Galatia as Birdwell will go to the bench. And Cam Wood has gone to the bench as Dominic Belford has checked in. Bounce pass into Crane. Crane loses the handle. It's knocked away by Strickland. He has it. He brings it up for Galatia. Now off to Foster. Foster over to Harris. Harris across to Townsend. Townsend up top to Foster. Over to Strickland, over on the right side. Into the corner, It is knocked away by Tucker, and it's going to be last touch off of Harris of Galatia. I hope I got that. Probably didn't. And the Hawks, with 1:20 on the clock, bring it up court, leading by 25. Tucker over to Brandon. Brandon kicks it in the corner. Combs. Bounce pass across to Patton is broken up by Foster, but it's out of bounds off of him, and the Hawks will inbound under their own goal. 1:09 on the clock, third quarter. Patton dumps it into Crane. Crane, one bounce, goes up and scores. Reese Crane. And the Hawks extend the lead. A minute to go, third quarter. Townsend with the ball for Galatia. Gives it off to Strickland. Strickland works his way to the goal on the left block. His shot no good. Reese Crane with a rebound, but it's knocked loose. Strickland comes up with it. He is going to be fouled. I apologize. I didn't have the camera in the right spot. Strickland did come up with the board. He was fouled, and the foul was whistled on Reese Crane. That'll be Reese's first, and the team third against Gallatin, as Cale Strickland is at the line shooting 2. He misses the first. Strickland's second shot is good. And that's his first point of the night, as Carson Brannon will run the show for the Hawks on the other end. Gets it off to Tucker, down to Patton. Patton in the corner, kicks it underneath. Good look, but his pass was just a little bit too high for Combs. Good look by Patton, just the pass just a little high. Galatia inbound on the far end. Strickland into Townsend. 36 seconds on the clock. Townsend across the line. And he is going to be fouled up there by Carson Brannon. That'll be Brannon's second. And Harris to inbound the ball for Galatia. Gets it into Townsend. Townsend across the line. Off to Strickland. Strickland works it back top of the key. Pulls it back. Out to Townsend. It goes off of Townsend's chest, out of bounds. And the Hawks will take over with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Tucker to inbound. Into Brandon. You can see it. Brandon looking possibly for the three. He fires it up. In and out. Rebound Patton. Patton goes up. His shot is going to be no good. And at the end of 3, the Hawks lead it 32-6. Be back in just a second. So the Hawks going to the fourth here. Lead it by 26. They outscored Galatia in that third period, 10-3. And Gallatin will have the ball to start the fourth. Ethan Morgan to inbound the ball. Elliott Page, Connor Patton, Reese Crane, and Aiden Combs on the floor for the Hawks. Page with the ball for the Hawks. Over to Morgan. Morgan back to Page. Page back to Morgan, top of the key. Over to Page, in the corner to Combs. Up top to Morgan. Galatian, a little 2-1-2 zone. And it is stolen away from Morgan by Townsend. He is going to drive to the hole. He goes up. His shot no good, but a foul coming on Ethan Morgan. That'll be Morgan's first. And that will send KK Townsend to the line to shoot a pair for Galatia. Townsend's first shot is no good. Townsend's second shot is in and out, and Reese Crane comes down with the board, gives it off to Combs, who hands it off to Page, to Morgan, and the Hawks are on their end. Page kicks it underneath to Crane. Nice pass. Reese's shot no good. Rebound fought for, knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off of Aiden Combs. And Galatia will take over at the 6:22 mark. Max Brockett checking in for the Hawks. Or he's not. He is. They are going to the locker room to get ready for the varsity contest. Max Brockett, Caston Wood, Case and Steele, Wyatt Goebel. Pass in the corner to Harris. Harris working against Morgan. Flips it out to Townsend. Townsend. Townsend just bulls his way to the goal. I didn't get it because I was watching it. Bulls his way to the goal and scores, and he does so over Page, and it cuts the Hawk lead to 24. Pass underneath to Reese Crane from Connor Patton. Good look from Connor, and Reese sticks it in the hole. Then the Hawks back up to a 26-point advantage. Townsend with the ball over to Belford. Belford looks to move, has it nearly knocked loose. It is knocked loose. Townsend comes up with it. Works his way back up top to the middle of the floor. Townsend to the hole is fouled by Elliott Page as he's going to the hole. And it will be Elliott's first foul, be the team third, and it will send Townsend to the line to shoot two. My apologies, it's the team's second foul. KK Townsend's first shot is no good off the back iron. Check again for the Hawks. Number 14, Gavin Brazier. Number 4, Gage Pritchett. And number 5, Jasper Cobb. Excuse me. As Elliott Page will check out, and he will head to the locker room. Reese Crane also checked out there. And I believe Jaden Tucker. Townsend's second shot is no good. Rebound comes down in the hands of Taborn, but it's ripped away by Morgan. And the Hawks will work on their end. Ethan Morgan to Pritchett. Back to Morgan. Over in the corner to Cobb. Cobb works his way to the middle. Dumps it down low. Good pass. Good look. He hits Gage Pritchett on the backside going to the hole. Nice look by Jasper Cobb. Good cut by Pritchett. And the Hawks lead it by 28. Underneath, Taborn goes up and he scores for Galatia. Morgan, Pritchett, Gage with the ball back over to Morgan. Morgan to Cobb. Up top to Morgan. 4:17 remain in the game. Over to Cobb. It's knocked away and stolen by Harris, and Cobb fouls him as he tries to get away. And that will be the first foul on Jasper. And the fourth team foul on the Hawks, perhaps, or maybe the third. I believe it's the third. Had a new player check in for Galatia. I did not see who that was. I think it was McDonald. Harris with the ball. Gives it off to Foster. Foster to Harris. Harris works back to the middle of the floor, now on the right side. Out to Foster. Foster up top to McDonald. Now over to Harris. Thought about going baseline, but gives it back up top to Foster. Foster back to Harris. Over on the right side, so on the left side to Strickland. Now up to Foster. Good defense by the Hawks. Foster to Harris. Harris works his way down to the low block, kicks it out to Strickland. Fires a two and hits it from deep. Cale Strickland connects. And Back to a 24-point lead. Pass underneath from Cobb is knocked out of bounds, and it will be Gallatin County basketball as Jaden Tucker is heading to the locker room. Pritchett with the ball on the baseline. His pass is picked off by Strickland. He loses the handle on it, but it is picked up by McDonald. And Jasper Cobb is going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be Jasper's second as he was going for the loose ball. Fourth team foul on the Hawks. Harris with the ball over on the right side. Up top to Strickland. Strickland works back to the right. Over in the corner, his pass batted out to Foster. Foster over to Harris on the left side, out to McDonald in the corner. McDonald works his way through, bounce pass underneath the Harris is picked off by Foster, his own teammate. Foster to Strickland. Strickland's going to drive the lane, fires up the one-hander, no good. Rebound, Gavin Brazier. And he gives it off to Morgan, and here come the Hawks, and a timeout for Gallatin as they are trying to get some players on the floor. Noah Rushing, Jeremy Doggett, and Lucas Reed check in for, I'm sorry, that's not Doggett, that is Owens that has checked in. Jeremiah Owens checks in. Pritchett with the ball. In the corner, Reed. Up top, Pritchett. Gabe Pritchett. Over to Owens, to Reed. Reed back to Owens. In the corner to Reed. Reed underneath to Brazier. Brazier back out to Reed. And he gets it up top to Owens, who flings it across the floor to Pritchett. Out to Rushing. Rushing. Gets it across to Reed, nearly has it stolen. In the corner to Gage. Gage Pritchett with the ball is going to drive the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Owen fires the three, and it is good. Jeremiah Owen connects for a three-pointer. And another timeout on the floor, but it's an official's timeout to get a few players into the ball game for Galatia. Jackson Hall was the player checking in for Galatia. Up top to Harris. Harris bounce pass to Taborn. Taborn goes up. He scores. And Jeremiah Taborn gets one to fall. We got a foul coming on Owens. That'll be his first. Team fifth on the Hawks. And Taborn at the line, shooting one to complete the three-point play. No good. Rebound, long run down by Gavin Brazier. He gives it off to Gage Pritchett, and here come the Hawks. Pritchett to the left side. Gives it to Owens, top of the key. Owens thought about a three. Still thought about it. Now it's off to Pritchett again. Pritchett's going to work it left side. Over a screen by Rushing. Into the corner. Reed fires a three. It's short. Rebound Belford. Belford ahead to Harris. Harris to the hole is bludgeoned by Owens as he goes to the hole, and that will be Jeremiah's second foul. And that will send Carson Harris to the line to shoot a pair with 52 seconds left in the ball game. Harris' first shot is no good. Jasper Cobb checks in as Owen will go to the bench. Second shot from Harris is off the mark. Rebound, Jasper Cobb. Gives it off to Pritchett, and here come the Hawks. 45 seconds left to go. Rushing, fires the three. Noah Rushing connects from downtown. Attaboy, Noah. And Galatia Oh, obviously reeling from the three-pointer from rushing. Almost throws it out of bounds, but it will be off of a Hawk player. 30 seconds to go. Ball into Belford. Belford off to Taborn, into the corner to Harris. Up top, it is Hall for three, no good. Rebound fought for. Gavin Brazier comes up with a loose ball, dribbles through all kinds of traffic for a jump ball situation, and it will be Galatia basketball with just under 9 seconds to go in the ball game. Coach McGuire says, just drop back, guys, don't do anything. Galatia will bring it up into the front court. McDonald drives, throws up the one-hander. It's out of bounds, and they let the clock run out, and that'll do it. And that will be it for the JV contest. The Hawks with a convincing 42-14 victory over the Galatia Bearcats. We're going to step away for just a second. Actually won't. We're going to keep it right here. And we are going to give you some unofficial stats on this one. For the Hawks, they were led in scoring by Elliott Page with 10. 7 points for Caston Woods, 6 points for... All right, I'm going to try that again. I was sitting here by the speaker at the gym here in Galatia. So let's try this again. Unofficially, Elliott Page led the JV team in scoring with 10. 7 points for Caston Woods, 6 for Reese Crane, 4 points for Aiden Combs. And then I have a whole slew of people. 3 points for Noah Rushing, 3 points for Jeremiah Owens, 2 for Jaden Tucker, 2 for Kaysen Steele, 2 for Gage Pritchett, 2 for Max Brockett, and a point for Wyatt Goebel for the Hawks. That is their 42. For Galatia, they were led by KK Townsend with 6 points, Jeremiah Taborn with 5, and 3 points for Cale Strickland. And that is the tail of the tape for the JV contest. So, we're going to step away for just a moment as the teams are coming out on the floor for the varsity contest. Or actually, we'll stay right here. As the Hawks have taken the floor here for the varsity contest. So we are going to step away for a little bit. We'll come back with some facts and figures for you here in a little bit. We got just over 12 minutes to go before the start of the varsity contest, so we'll be back in a few minutes.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pinboards. Call 618 269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wendell Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
The philosophy of Allegiance Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Allegiance, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Allegiance, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks athletics.
All right, we're back here. Like I said, I'm sitting by the speakers, so we just had to wait for the song to die down. Let's take a look at these two teams here, as we're about 7.5 minutes away from the start of this one. Coming into this game, the Hawks sport a 12-12 record, so they're at 500 on the season. They are 7-1 right now in the Greater Egyptian Conference, which is tied for first place. And hopefully you can hear me over the songs. They are tied for first place in the GEC right now with Hardin County. So every GEC game is a crucial game for the Hawks the rest of the way, especially with the game with Hardin looming a couple of a week or two down the road. Galatia comes into this with a record of 10 wins and 13 losses. They are 2-9 in the Greater Egyptian Conference, so they are out of the running right now for the regular season conference title. And Gallatin and Galatia have met twice this season, once back at Gallatin County right before Christmas. The Hawks got a victory over Galatia that night, 53-51, and then a week ago at Southeastern Illinois College in the GEC tournament, these two teams met in the opening round, and the Hawks jumped out to a big lead early in that game and rode it all the way to the end for a 30-point victory, 75-45. And so the Hawks have won both games so far, both meetings between the two teams this season, and this will be potentially the final meeting unless they meet each other in a regional tournament, which is always possible. You never know how those things will go. So the Hawks come in 12-12, 7-1 the GEC. Galatia 10-13, 2-9 in the GEC. But of course, you can throw that out every game. You never know, something can happen weird. Galatia's a tough team to play here in their own gym. They've always been a team that plays well on their home court, just because they are used to everything being so small and condensed. So, taking a look at the upcoming calendar for the Hawks, tomorrow night they will be up at McLeansboro to take on Hamilton County. I'm going to be bringing that game to you tomorrow night, so I'll be with you tonight and tomorrow night. You got to put up with me again. They'll be going up to face, of course, Doug Miller and the Hamilton County Foxes. It'll be the third time that those two teams have met this year, which is kind of unusual that they've met that many times. Of course, playing in the Hamilton County tournament back around just after Thanksgiving, and then they met the Foxes again in the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, and the Foxes came in on top in both contests. And then looking ahead to next week on Monday night, the girls will be traveling to Carmi to take on one of the best teams in the state, the Carmi Lady Bulldogs. Coach Fromm has a tough schedule at times during the season, and that's one of those teams that will hopefully help them build for their regional. But that's Monday night. The girls are at Carmi. On Tuesday night, if I am not mistaken, I think both teams are in action Tuesday night. The girls will be at El Dorado, and the boys will be at Thompsonville for what promises to be another testy GEC matchup against the Tigers, who they beat back on homecoming night at Gallatin County, but lost to last week at the GEC tournament. Of course, all kinds of circumstances before that game. It was a tough game for the Hawks to play, and they came in on the short end of the stick against Thompsonville. But that will be next Tuesday. Stepping past that, on Thursday night of next week, the girls are at home against Weber Township. And then next Friday night, the boys will head to Pope County for another GEC conference matchup against the Pope County Pirates, a team that also plays very well in their own gym. And then looking down the line, the week of the 16th, the girls will begin their regional tournament. The girls host their own regional this season, so that will be at the high school. The teams have been announced, but I have not had a chance to take a look at the brackets yet for that, so I do not know when the girls play as far as the regional tournament dates as of yet. On Tuesday the 17th, the boys will go to Hardin County for what could be a huge conference matchup at Hardin. On Wednesday the 18th, they have a rescheduled home game with the Carrier Mills Wildcats. And then they will finish out their regular season on the 19th of February with a home game against Tyler Hatton and the Crab Orchard Trojans. So, a lot of basketball coming up in the next couple of weeks. The boys in action tonight, the boys in action tomorrow night. And I'm going to bring both of those to you. We got about a minute 50 away from the start of this one. We'll have a national anthem and starting lineups. And as I said, I am sitting here by the speaker system, so I will step away when that gets started. and let the powers that be take over here and run the show. And I'm going to step away right now, get myself a drink, get ready to go for this varsity contest. Pull up a chair, hang with us. We'll be back in a minute.
Whenever please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we've had our national anthem. We're getting ready for the announcement of the starting lineups.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Galatia's Junior Senior High School. We want to welcome you to tonight's matchup between the Gallatin County Hawks and your own Galatia Bearcats. First, the starting lineup for the visiting Hawks. At guard, number 24, Jordan Montgomery.
Jordan Montgomery, of course, making the start. He is the lone senior on the squad. Jackson Carney. And his backcourt mate, Talon Smith. Brendan Brown, number 23.
Number 30, Max Brockett.
And Max Brockett to round out the starting rotation for the Hawks, the standard starting lineup for the Hawks. Now we're getting ready for the starting lineup for the Galatia Bearcats. And do not adjust your sets. The lights have gone out. Number 30, Cam Wood. Number 1, Isaiah Plumley. Number two, Colin Jenkins. Number 3, KK Townsend. And to round out the starting lineup is number 5, Will Puckett. And I was mistaken. We have a change in the officiating crew. Jeremy Earlback, Brett Oxford, and Rocky Hall has joined them to round out the tandem of officiants for this one. So for the Hawks on the floor, it's going to be Brown, Brockett, Kearney, Smith, and Montgomery. For Galatia, it will be Wood, Jenkins, Townsend, Plumley, and Puckett. So we are ready to go. I am going to reset our starting rotation here, our clock here. And the ball is tipped and controlled by Galatia. As they bring it up into the front court, it is Wood with the basketball. Wood off to Plumley in the corner. Plumley drives to the middle, kicks it up top. Townsend drives to the block, goes up. One-hander is up, and a foul on Talon Smith to start things off. And that will send KK Townsend to the line to shoot a pair as Talon Smith is whistled for the infraction. Townsend's first shot is good. And Townsend with his second shot. It is off the mark. Rebound Montgomery. Off to Smith to Kearney, and here come the Hawks back to the offensive end to get things started. Trailing 1-0. Jackson Kearney with the basketball over to Talon Smith. Smith back up top to Kearney. Kearney in the corner to Montgomery. He's going to drive baseline. Goes up against the defenders. Has it blocked. Ball knocked loose. Fought for. Brown is going to be whistled for a foul as he was going after the loose ball. Brendan Brown whistled for the push, and that will be his first, team second. Ball over to Townsend. He drives to the corner, back up top. Plumley stolen away by Montgomery. Montgomery's going to drive into the defender. He is fouled as he goes to the goal, and that will be foul number 1 on Isaiah Plumley. It will send Jordan Montgomery to the line to shoot 2. And the Hawks with a chance to take the lead here as Montgomery will go to the line. Jordan connects on the first. Knots the game at 1. Jordan's second shot is up and off the back iron. Rebound, Cam Wood. He flings it ahead to Jenkins. Jenkins into the corner, feeds Puckett, who drives. His one-handed scoop shot does not get even close to the goal. Smith with the rebound, pulls it ahead. His pass is picked off by Jenkins. Jenkins back the other way to the goal, lays it up and in, and Colin Jenkins connects for the first basket of the ball game, and Galatia is on top 3-1. Pass ahead to Smith. His shot blocked by Puckett. It's going to be last touch off of Smith, and it will be Galatia basketball as the Hawks fail to convert on that trip down the floor. Puckett into Jenkins, and Galatia will bring it up court. Jenkins to Plumley. to Townsend on the far side. Back up top, looking for help. Good defense by the Hawks. Ball knocked loose and stolen by Smith, but they're going to say he stepped on the line as he went through. Puckett to inbound for Galatia. Gets it into Cam Wood across the way. Wood up top. That is Puckett to Townsend. He drives, kicks it in the corner to Plumlee. It's knocked out of bounds by a pair of Hawks. 6:15 on the clock, first quarter. Plumlee to inbound. Into Puckett, back to Plumlee. Back to Puckett. He works on his way to the goal and scores. Will Puckett connects. And Galatia extends their lead to 4. Jackson Carney to Smith. Smith to Montgomery. He's going to go baseline all the way to the goal. Jordan Montgomery up and in. And the Hawks cut it to a 5-3 lead. Colin Jenkins with the ball for Galatia. Jenkins on the right side. Gives it off to Puckett. Puckett, top of the key. Works it over to Wood. Wood to Townsend. Townsend pulls it back out over to Puckett. Thought about a 3, did not take it. Gets it off to Wood. Wood looking to drive. Will go all the way to the goal. Lays it up. No good. Rebound fought for Carney. Yanks it away from Jenkins. Now it's loose. And we're going to have a jump ball, I believe. It'll be Gallatin County basketball. Couldn't really tell who all was down there. I saw Brendan Brown down. I saw Max Brockett. All sorts of folks down there in the scrum. And here comes Carney with the basketball to the Gallatin end. Off to Smith. Smith to Carney in the corner. He drives, spins, kicks it back out to Smith. Smith fires the 3. It is no good. Rebound Carney. He fakes, goes up, and misses. Brockett there for the stick back. And the Hawks tie it up at 5 on the stick back by Max Brockett. Galatia now to their end with Wood with the ball. Gives it off to Puckett. Puckett drives the middle of the lane, puts up the one-hander, gets his own board. Tries to go back up, kicks it out to Jenkins in the corner. Wood for 3, no good. Long rebound, ran down by Puckett. Puckett underneath the Plumlee. He's going to spin baseline, puts up the one-hander, no good. Talon Smith had the rebound, has it ripped away. Plumlee saves it, but it's going to be last touch off of Galatia. And for the Bearcats, number 4, Cale Strickland will check in as Townsend will go to the bench. 4:18 on the clock. We're tied at 5. First quarter, just getting started. Smith across the line to Brockett at the free throw line. Off to Carney on the far side. Fires the 3. Jackson Carney, long rebound. Max Brockett gives it back to Carney. Was going to go baseline, but they call Brockett for the loose ball foul. And the Hawks give it back to Galatia with just under 4 minutes to go first quarter. Jenkins with the ball for the Bearcats to Plumlee. In the corner to Puckett. Puckett's going to drive middle of the lane. Goes up. Is going to be whistled for a travel as he went through. And the Hawks will retain possession on the turnover. Galatia with a little full court man-to-man pressure now. Ball inbounded to Carney. He is guarded by Strickland. Loses his dribble. Gives it off to Smith. Smith will go ahead and bring it up across the line. And we're going to have a foul coming on Brendan Brown for setting a screen. And that will be a 4th team foul on Gallatin. 2nd on Brown. That is 2 offensive fouls on the Hawks on 2 successive possessions. Wood to Puckett. Puckett down to Jenkins. Jenkins works it back top of the key. Pulls back. Goes cross court over to Puckett, who drives baseline, goes up and will get it to fall. Puckett gives Galatia a 2-point advantage with 3:02 to go, first quarter. Carney into Brockett. Brockett looking for a little help, gets it off Montgomery. Montgomery drives baseline. He is going to be fouled on his way to the goal. I believe it's going to be on the ground. Looked like it was on number 30. That is Wood. That'll be his first. Checking in for Galatia is Foster and Townsend. And Jenkins will go to the bench. And Strickland will also go have a seat. Jordan Montgomery triggered in for the Hawks under their own goal. Into Smith. Smith, good fake, drives. One-hander up off the board and good. Talon Smith connects. Pass inbound stolen by Carney. He drives. He lays it up. No good. Then he ties up the inbound, and it'll be Galatia basketball. Good hustle by Jackson. He just couldn't get it to fall. And we're tied at 7 with 2:39 to go, first quarter. Cam Wood with the basketball for Galatia into the front court. Wood works to the middle of the lane, goes down, kicks to Plumlee in the corner. Plumlee gives it off Puckett. Puckett goes baseline into the block, runs into Montgomery, spins, shoots. No good. Rebound, Brendan Brown. And the Hawks will have a chance to take their first lead of the game. Smith over to Carney. Back across to Smith, nearly picked off into Brockett. Brockett to Carney. Carney drives, middle of the lane, puts up the one-hander. It's good. Jackson Carney fought his way through the ocean there and scored. Plumlee now with the ball for Galatia the other end. It's knocked loose. Brendan Brown just rips it away, but he loses the handle, and Cam Wood comes up with it for Galatia. 1:50 on the clock. Cam Wood working against Smith in the corner to Plumlee. Plumlee on the right side, back up top to Townsend. Townsend, middle of the lane, runs into a brick wall. They're going to call him for a travel. Hawks catch a break there. Brown doesn't pick up his third foul. Aiden Combs will spell Brown here as he will go to the bench. And with 1:41 on the clock, the Hawks will take over, leading it for the first time tonight, 9-7. Carney quickly into the front court. Over to Montgomery, to Smith. Brockett, free throw line, jumper, good. Max Brockett with a sweet little touch right there from the free throw line. Here's the second basket of the ball game. Pass in the corner to Townsend. He drives baseline. He puts up the shot, and he scores. And Galatia quickly answer the Hawk basket. 1:10 on the clock. Carney over to Montgomery. Back over to Carney. Into Brockett. Brockett out to Carney. Carney fires the three. No good. Rebound all by himself was Puckett. Pulls it down for Galatia, and they bring it back up, looking to tie. Puckett with the ball. Gives it off to Jenkins. Jenkins back to Plumlee, top of the key. Back to Puckett. Puckett brings it top of the key. Over to Jenkins in the corner. Fires the three. Colin Jenkins connects from three-point range. And Galatia does take the lead. And the Hawks with an opportunity to score before the end of the first quarter is over. Smith's pass is knocked loose, run down by Aiden Combs. His pass nearly stolen out to Carney. Carney underneath to Combs, and he is fouled from behind on Isaiah Plumlee. That'll be his second, and that will be the team third. And it will send Aiden Combs to the line to shoot two with 22.6 on the clock. Aiden's first shot is off the front iron. Caston Wood will check in as Jackson Carney will go to the bench and take a little extended break. And Combs connects on the second one and knots it up at 12. 20 seconds on the clock. Galatia probably will be looking for one shot on their end of the floor. Colin Jenkins with the basketball. Jenkins works at the right side. Thought about going to the block. Gets to Plumlee, who fires a long three. Rebound batted around. Max Brockett comes up with it. 4 seconds on the clock. Three. Talon Smith fires a long three, but he is going to be whistled for a travel. And we're going to have 0.2 of a second left for Galatia to inbound it. Plumlee flips it in. Townsend flings it. They did not start the clock in time, and that's going to do it. We're going to go to the second quarter. 12-12 our score, and we will be back in just a moment. Well, not a great first quarter for the Hawks. They're knotted up at 12 as we go to the second quarter. I'm sure Coach Lawler not super excited about that first quarter, but we'll see what happens here. It looks like it is going to be Gallatin County basketball. I can't see the possession arrow from where I'm at. So Jordan Montgomery to inbound it for the Hawks. Gets it into Caston Wood. On the floor for the Hawks, Wood, Smith, Combs, Brockett, and Montgomery. Caston Wood, nice bounce pass to Brockett. He drives to the goal and scores. Max Brockett powers his way in. And the Hawks take a lead quickly here in the second quarter. Puckett gets it off to Jenkins, now over to Wood. Cam Wood brings the ball back across down the middle for Galatia. One-hander up and good. Cam Wood with his bucket. Hawks quickly, Montgomery ahead to Combs. He's up and he scores. Nice job. The Hawks break the pressure defense quickly. And Aiden Combs on a great pass from Jordan Montgomery scores. Now Townsend to his end tries to put up a quick bucket, and the Hawks come down with the loose ball. Ahead to Montgomery in traffic. Gives it off to Wood. 7 minutes on the clock. Wood works down to the baseline to the block, goes up. Nice job, Caston Wood powers his way to the hole. And the Hawks extend their lead. Colin Jenkins with the basketball for Galatia now over to Cam Wood. Started to say some of these guys that played the JV game for Galatia have had a better varsity game. His pass to Plumlee is a miss on the block by Plumlee. And then he picks up a foul, which will be his third, team first. And that's a big blow to Galatia with Plumlee going to the bench. He's one of their main players, Plumlee, Jenkins, and Puckett. Brown inbounds the ball to Combs. Combs into Brown. Brown over to Brockett, the free throw at the three-point line. His pass underneath goes off the hands of Brown, out of bounds, and it will be Galatia basketball as the Hawks turn it over. Hawks with a big lineup out there right now. Wood with the basketball for Galatia. Works to the left side. Now tries to spin back right. Gives it off to Jenkins. Jenkins fires a three. No good. Rebound Brockett. He's had a good ball game so far. Gives it off to Caston Wood. Wood, 6 minutes on the clock in the first half. Hawks up by 4. Wood running the show, getting the instructions from Coach Lawler. Gives it off. Under Talon Smith to Brockett, dumps it down low to Brown. Spin move, has his shot blocked. Jenkins comes up with a loose ball off the block and will bring it up for Galatia. Jenkins to the middle of the lane, kicks it out to Puckett. Puckett goes down the lane, bounces off a defender, puts it up and scores. Will Puckett with another basket for Galatia. Smith brings the ball up now for the Hawks. 5.5 minutes to go, first half, guarded by Townsend out near the half line. Gets it off to Brockett, now back to Smith. Smith drives, puts up the runner in the lane, no good. Rebound fought for underneath, and it will be Puckett pulling it down for Galatia. Ahead to Jenkins, ahead to Wood. He runs into Max Brockett and hits the deck. It's going to be a foul on Max. That'll be Max's second. as a blocking foul, should be out of bounds. For the Hawks, Cason Steele and Elliott Page check in as Max Brockett and Talon Smith will go to the bench, and Galatia, KK Townsend goes to the bench as Foster has checked in for him. Jenkins flips it into Puckett. Puckett gives it back to Jenkins. Jenkins puts up 12-footer. It's up, in and out. Steele with a rebound, gives it off to Page, to Wood, and the Hawks bring it back to their end with just over 5 minutes to go. Ahead to Page, now back to Wood in the corner to Combs. Feeds Steele, has it knocked away. Ball slapped loose, picked up by Jenkins. Jenkins for Galatia, goes the other way. Takes it all the way to the goal, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Puckett fighting for it with Combs, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be the last touch off of Puckett from Galatia, and the Hawks will retain possession. 4:49 on the clock. Coach Lawler is letting some of his players know about it. They were not in the right spot down there. Wood over to Page. Page back across to Wood. Wood back to Page. Page to Brown. Into Steele. Spins in the middle of the lane. Runs into defenders. Has a foul coming from number 30. That is Wood. That'll be his second. It'll be the team's second. And Caston Wood to trigger the ball in for the Hawks under their own goal. Wood flips it into Steele. Steele goes up in traffic and scores. Cason Steele, it's always a good sign when Cason hits that first bucket of the game. Jenkins for Galatia, kicks it off to Puckett on the right side. To Wood. Wood works it back to the right side. Now top of the key. Gives it off to Strickland. Strickland gives it off to Foster. In the corner to Strickland. Back up top to Jenkins, guarded there by Caston Wood. He dumps it down low to Wood. Wood spins his way to the goal, misses the shot. Elliott Page with a rebound ahead to Caston Wood. Underneath the Steele, dumps it to Combs on the baseline. Combs takes an extra step as he was going to the goal. Had big aspirations there, but nothing come out of it. Jackson Carney checks in. Aiden Combs will go to the bench, and for Galatia, KK Townsend checks in, and Cam Wood will sit down for the Bearcats. Colin Jenkins brings it up for the Bearcats. He's going to work left. Gives it off to Strickland. Strickland fires a long two. It bounces off the rim. Rebound, Elliott Page yanks it down. Hawks with an opportunity to extend their lead here. Off to Wood. In the corner to Carney. Carney fires one up. It is no good. Long rebound. Wood out to Page. Page drives, dumps it down low. Carney cutting low on the weak side. Nice job. Good look by Elliott Page. Jackson Carney finishes the play. Jenkins controlling the ball for Galatia again, back to their end. Nice job by the Hawks on the offensive end there. Puckett with the ball, gives it off Townsend. Townsend pulls it out, is in trouble, gives it back to Puckett. Puckett works his way to the block, gives it off Strickland. Strickland across to Townsend on the left side, nearly loses the handle, gets it out to Foster, gives it back to Plumlee, top of the key. Plumlee to Jenkins. Jenkins going to drive the middle of the lane, goes up. He is going to be fouled by Elliott Page as he was going to the goal. And Colin Jenkins will go to the line to shoot two. 2:36 remain in the first half. That was Elliott's first foul. Jenkins, first shot on its way is good. Max Brockett checks in. Brendan Brown will go to the bench. Coach Lawler managing those fouls between those two young men. Cam Wood comes in, and Foster will go sit down for Galatia. Jenkins' second shot is up and out. And Steele pulls the board, gives it off to Carney. And the Hawks are on their way. Carney quickly up court. Ahead to Wood. Wood to Brockett. Spins. He's going to try to power his way to the goal. One-hander from Max. He's feeling it. No good. Rebound comes down to Puckett. He's quickly up court for the Bearcats. Flings it across to Townsend, up top to Strickland. Strickland drives to the right side to Jenkins for a three. No good. Rebound. Caston Wood pulls down the board. 2 minutes to go. First half. Hawks lead it by 5. And a foul way away from the goal. KK Townsend whistled for that foul. That will be foul number 3 on Galatia. And the first foul on Townsend. Elliott Page inbounds the ball to Caston Wood. Caston works his way across half court out to Elliott Page. Elliott fires one up just inside the three-point line. Rebound, Colin Jenkins on the backside. His pass ahead is batted out of bounds by Kaysen Steele. And Galatia to inbound in front of the Hawk bench with 1:43 to go, first half. Ball passed in, stolen by Caston Wood. Caston flips it off to Page. Page lays it up. No good. It rims off. Good look by Caston Wood, and it just did not fall for Elliott Page. Colin Jenkins now works the other end for Galatia up to Puckett. Puckett drives the middle of the lane, loses the handle out of bounds. They're going to say last touch off of a Gallatin player. Talon Smith checks in as Elliott Page will go to the bench. 1:23 on the clock, first half. Hawks blew an opportunity to advance the score advance the lead the last time out, but they have an opportunity now to get a stop. Every trip's an opportunity. Wood in the corner to Townsend. Townsend down to Jenkins. Jenkins, middle of the floor, pulls back, kicks it across to Townsend. Townsend, now he goes one-hander in the lane, rebound steal, gives it off to Smith, who gives it off to Kearney. And the Hawks, with just under a minute to go, have a chance to extend their lead before the half. Kearney met out there by Jenkins. Good defender for Galatia. Good ball player. Kearney works his way back, loses the handle, and it's going to be last touch off of Galatia. Gallatin to inbound under their own goal. Wood to inbound it. Max Brockett has went out. I think Jordan Montgomery checks back in the ball game. Into Smith in the corner. 38 seconds on the clock. Out to Kearney, stolen away by Jenkins from Galatia. He drives it down and he has his shot blocked, but it's going to be a foul coming on Jackson Kearney, which will be his first, and it will send Colin Jenkins to the line to shoot 2. So the Hawks fail another opportunity to extend their lead. And now Jenkins at the line to shoot a pair for the Bearcats. His first shot is in and out. .32.5 seconds remain. Jenkins' second shot is no good as well. And we have got a lane violation on Jordan Montgomery. They said he got in there too quick. So Jenkins will get another opportunity, and this time he will connect. So don't give Jenkins another chance. He will put it in the hole. 30 seconds on the clock. Here comes Kearney. Off to Smith in the corner. Middle of the lane. Gives it off to Caston Wood. Wood. Looks to drive, spins to the middle of the lane. Out to Kearney. Kearney drives the lane. Out to Wood. Wood. He drives the lane, gets through some defenders and scores. Caston Wood with the basket. The pass from Galatia gets away, but to no avail. It goes out of bounds, and the Hawks at the half are going to take a 6-point advantage. Not the advantage I'm sure that Coach Lawler wanted, but, you know, at the end of the day, if you're up by 1, who cares? And at the break, the Hawks will lead it by 6. We will be back in a few moments.
The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would like to say a huge thank you to this year's broadcast sponsors. Ultra-fast speeds? Check. Future-proof network? Check. Locally owned with local technicians and local customer service? Triple check. Shawnee Communications has built its fiber network to ensure your online lifestyle never skips a beat. Whether you're streaming, deploying smart home devices, or working remotely, Shawnee Communication checks all of your boxes. To learn more, visit www.shawnee.com. Wenzel Lumber Company, located at 7490 Island Riffle Road in Junction, Illinois, are producers of crane and access mats, hardwood cribbling, mine props, timbers, and pinboards. Call 618-269-3286 for all your lumber needs at Wenzel Lumber Company. New Hope General Baptist Church and Pastor Daniel Accord invite everyone to join them for Sunday school at 9:30, church at 10:30, and Thursday night Bible study at 6 o'clock. They are located just 4 miles north of Ridgeway on Jackson New Hope Road. New Hope General Baptist Church, sharing God's love together. Banterra Bank is proud to support Gallatin County schools. Did you know that Banterra has been helping our community thrive since 1975? It all started right here in Gallatin County with Banterra's very first branch in Ridgeway. Today, 50 years later, Banterra has grown to more than 40 locations across 6 states, and they are proud to be based in Southern Illinois. Now, opening an account is easier than ever with Banterra's new online account opening option. You can get started anytime, anywhere. Stop by your local branch or visit Banterra Bank to open your account today. Banterra Bank, member FDIC. Are you looking for a place where you can feel like part of the family? A place to grow in faith and connect with your community? We'd love for you to join us this Sunday at the Ohio Valley General Baptist Church in Shawneetown, located at 188 East Church Street. Come as you are. Everyone is welcome. Our Sunday school kicks things off at 10 a.m. Then stay with us for our Sunday morning worship service at 11 a.m., where Pastor Perry Musgraves brings an inspiring message straight from Scripture. Find your church family at Ohio Valley General Baptist Church.
The philosophy of Allegiance Bank is sit down with the customer, listen to their needs, and figure it out and figure a solution for them.
During COVID, Allegiance, they were who we looked for the PPP loan help, which allowed us to guarantee wages with our employees. Allegiance, they understand your entire business, whether it be checking, savings, equipment loans. They've really been a great partner in our business.
We have a great array of business products that we offer our customers. Our app is a great feature that we offer because there's so many capabilities with it. All of these different ways of taking care of your business definitely help the business work smoothly and efficiently.
Shawnee Tree Service LLC is a fully insured local business that provides 24/7 service on storm cleanup. They also provide tree trimming, tree removal, and stump grinding. Contact Gallatin County native Garrett Crane at 618-383-3019 for all your needs. The Gallatin County Athletic Boosters would also like to thank the following families and individuals: Larry and Jill Fillingham, John and Kathy Seeley, Terry and Anita Golden, the West family, Nick and Jacqueline Hunt, Mike and Charlotte Pritchett, Patty Winters, the Russell family, class of 1992. A huge thank you to all the sponsors for supporting your Hawks athletics.
Now we got a little dance going on here at halftime. We got about 4:45 or so to go before the start of the second half. Let's go through the unofficial scoring right now for the first half. For the Hawks, they are led by Max Brockett with 6 points, 4 points apiece for Jackson Carney and Caston Wood, 3 points for Aiden Combs, and 3 points for Jordan Montgomery, 2 points for Talon Smith, and 2 points for Cason Steele. And that takes us to the 24 points for the Hawks. For Galatia, they are led by Colin Jenkins with 7, Will Puckett with 6, 3 points for KK Townsend, and 2 points for Cam Wood, and that tallies up their total of 18. So Hawks lead it by 6 here at the half. Hey, looking ahead, let's talk about the upcoming games again. Tomorrow night, the Hawks are on the road at Hamilton County, taking on the Fighting Doug Millers up at Hamilton County. I'll be on the call for that game tomorrow night. And then next week, a whole slew of games next week, up and down the dial for each team. Monday night, the girls are at Carmi to take on the Lady Bulldogs. Tuesday night, the girls are at El Dorado to take on the Lady Eagles. The boys on the road Tuesday night with another tough GEC conference game as they travel to Thompsonville to take on the Tigers Tuesday night. Next Thursday night, the girls will be at home for their final home game of the year against Weber Township. And then next Friday, the boys on the road at Pope County to battle the Pirates down in Golconda. So a lot of action coming up next week. Of course, the girls the following week will start play in the regional tournament. Those pairings have come out today. I have not seen those pairings as of yet. I know they are available on the IHSA website, but as of now, I have not had an opportunity to see who and when our girls will play. We are hosting the regional tournament, so fortunately for our high school girls team, they will be at home throughout the regional. And we are hosting the boys regional as well. So that is another positive thing for Coach Lawler and his team as well. Both teams get to play the postseason started off at home. And if they get the opportunity to advance, that's just gravy on top of the potatoes. So we're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. Hawks lead this one by 6. They've yet to come out of the locker room. Galatia has just now come out of the locker room. So we will step away for a moment or two, and we'll be back for the start of the second half here in just a moment. And the Hawks back out on the floor. Looks as if the 5 starters are up talking with the coaching staff. I would assume that Coach Lawler will go with that group to start the second half. Just glancing at the huddle for Galatia, it would appear that they are going with 4 of their 5 starters. Plumley is on the bench with 3 fouls for Galatia, so that's one of their starters that will probably not be on the floor to start this second half. So we'll see here in about 15 seconds. And yes, for the Hawks, it will be Kearney, Smith, Montgomery, Brockett, and Brown. And for Galatia, which it looks like it's Galatia basketball to start this half, it looks like it is Puckett, Jenkins, Wood, Townsend, and Foster. And Galatia will inbound the ball across the way. Coach Earl Beck is telling one of the players to make sure he gets his jersey tucked in. And we're ready to go. Puckett into Wood, and here comes Galatia. Cam Wood with the basketball for Galatia, works to the right side. Now back up top, gives it off to Jenkins. Jenkins pulls it up, thought about a shot, did not take it, gives it back to Wood. Over on the right side, guarded closely by Montgomery. Tries to make a move, stolen by Brown. Brown the other way, goes all the way in for the layup. Brendan Brown with a little thievery and then puts one in the bucket. And the Hawks strike first. Now Jordan Montgomery steals the inbound pass. He goes up for a shot, and he is fouled by Jenkins, but he runs into his own player, spinning past it, and that is Montgomery that went down, and he went down hard. He's hurt his ankle, I believe. He's walking a little better now. Jordan got up immediately and was calling for someone to come get him. And let's see what happened here. Jordan was fouled on the shot, so Steele is checking in for him. And Jordan's going to have to stay in and shoot. I think Jordan looks like he's all right. I think he went down immediately, and I'm sure it hurt. And he got up, and he's walking it off okay right now. Jordan will put up 2 shots. First one from Jordan is no good. He can pull it together and hit this second one. He can go sit down for a moment. I think Jordan's just needing a break. Jordan's second shot on its way. It is also no good. Rebound long out to Puckett from Galatia. He flings it ahead to Jenkins. Tries to save it. It's batted around and picked up by Carney. Carney goes back the other way. And the Hawks. Now we're going to get the substitution as Coach Lawler calls a timeout to be able to get his injured player off the floor. Savvy coaching move there by Coach Lawler. Unfortunate circumstances that Jordan could not come off the floor. He wasn't injured on the floor long enough for a substitution, an injury substitution, because he was able to get up and walk off the floor on his own. It was an unusual situation. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. I think the officials did a good job with it, the best they could. They're talking about it down there now. Coach Lawler, Rocky Hall having a nice chuckle about it, and I think everybody understood what was going on. So the Hawks will inbound the ball in front of the scorer's table. Casey Steele gets it in to Talon Smith, and here come the Hawks to their end of the floor. Smith running the show on the left side, gives it off to Carney. Carney, top of the key, over to Max Brockett. Brockett kicks it underneath the steal. It's knocked loose and picked up by Cam Wood from Galatia. Wood to his end of the floor to Townsend in the corner, fires the 3, and it is up and good. KK Townsend connects for the Galatia Bearcats, a 3-point basket. That young man has more points in the varsity game than he had in the JV contest. Smith has his pocket pick now by Cam Wood, gets it ahead to Jenkins. Jenkins up top, Puckett fires the 3, it's no good, long rebound. Jenkins runs it down, runs into Brown, they both fall down, a good no-call situation there. Out to Wood, Wood almost walks, flips it up top to Puckett. Puckett is going to look to drive baseline, he loses his handle. He gets it out to Foster, Foster out to Jenkins. 6 minutes to go, and it is a circus out there on this end of the floor right now. Puckett with the ball, down to the block, all the way to the goal, and scores. Terrible camera work, but he did score, folks. As Puckett takes it all the way in for the Bearcats. Carney into the front court. Hawks up by 3 now. Carney over a screen. Dumps it down to Steele on the low block. He goes up, he scores. Cason Steele off the feed from Carney. And Galatia now back to their end with Jenkins controlling the basketball. Jenkins underneath to Cam Wood. The one-hander from Wood is up and good. And another young man who's had a better varsity game than he did a JV game. Carney dumps it down low to Brown. It's knocked loose and out of bounds off the hands of Townsend. Checking in for the Hawks, Caston Wood, as Brown will go to the bench. Galatia will send in Strickland and Plumley, and a timeout for Galatia. 30-second timeout. So we'll stay right here for just a moment. Hawks lead it by 3, 28-25. Just can't seem to get any distance between themselves and Galatia. You definitely want to do that, especially here in their gym. You don't want them to hang around, but they are hanging around right now. And Gallatin County will inbound the ball into their own goal. Talon Smith to trigger it in for the Hawks. 5:04 on the clock, third quarter. And I believe the jump ball situation will be Gallatin's way. I cannot see the arrow from here. Smith into Steele. Steele up top to Wood. Caston Wood in the corner. Talon Smith fires one up. Corner three. Galatia quickly down court. Wood almost slides on the baseline, feeds Foster in the middle of the floor, now out to Jenkins. Jenkins over to Cam Wood. Wood works his way back to Strickland on the right side. Strickland inside to Puckett, who just runs his way through the middle of the, and he's going to be fouled on his way to the goal. He just tucked that away like a running back and went to the goal. Foul underneath. It's going to be on Caston Wood. That's going to be his first, team first. Plumley and Townsend checking in now for Galatia. As Puckett and Foster go to the bench. Jenkins to inbound for Galatia. And Jordan Montgomery checking back in. That's good to see Jordan. He's appears to be mobility okay. Checks in for Caston Wood. Montgomery guarding the inbound. The ball comes in to Wood. Wood off in the corner to Strickland. Strickland drives, ducks his head, gets it out. Plumley. Plumley spins to the middle of the lane, kicks it back up top to Wood. Wood's going to go baseline, fires one up off the board. No good. Rebound. Max Brockett gives it to Talon Smith. And the Hawks have that opportunity again to extend. Carney on the left side drives, puts one up off the board. It rattles off, gets his own board. It is knocked out of bounds. It's going to be off of Galatia. Brendan Brown checks in, and Max is going to go to the bench. Max has had a good ball game tonight. Smith to inbound, into Brown. Up top to Carney. Carney across to Talon Smith. Talon fires one up. It's good to the corner three. Talon Smith. And that's the way to build a little, put a little space in between you there. Jenkins with the basketball. Hits Plumley back court. He was cutting low, and it's off his hands, out of bounds. And it'll be Gallatin County basketball. Smith across the line to Carney. Carney cross court to Smith, dumps it down low. Brown tries to dump it down to Steele. We're going to have a jump ball as he was trying to feed Steele. It was a good idea. Brendan turns the other way, though. He probably has a basket. Puckett checking back in for Galatia. And Townsend will go to the bench for the Bearcats. Jordan Montgomery, it looks like, inbounding the ball for the Hawks. Into Smith in the corner, fires one up. No good. Long rebound. Brown comes down with it. Powers his way back up. No good. And we got a foul coming. I believe it's going to be against Strickland. And that will be Strickland's first foul. And it will send Brendan Brown to the line to shoot a pair. Elliott Page checking in for the Hawks. Brendan's first shot is no good. Page checks in. Carney will go have a seat. 3:23 on the clock. Brendan's second shot is off the mark as well, and Puckett with a rebound for Galatia. Into the front court for the Bearcats. Gives it off to Jenkins. Jenkins, free throw line, hits back door to Strickland. He goes up. His shot is batted by Talon Smith, and no good. Rebound come down to Brendan Brown. Gives it off to Smith, and the Hawks are back in business on the far end. Opportunity to pull it to double-digit lead out to Elliott Page. Elliott all alone out there, didn't take the shot. Jordan Montgomery drives the lane, kicks it down low to Brown. His shot is no good. Rebound Puckett for Galatia. Puckett into the front court, bounces off a couple of Hawks, and it will be a foul coming on Brendan Brown. That will be Brown's third, and it will be the team third on the Hawks. Plumlee to inbound the ball for Galatia under their own goal. Flips it into Puckett. Puckett gives it off to Plumlee. Plumlee over to Jenkins. Jenkins back up top to Puckett. Puckett over to Strickland. Strickland up top to Puckett. Over to Jenkins. Jenkins works his way, hits Plumlee, cutting the lane. His shot no good, but he is going to be fouled by Kaysen Steele, and that will be Kaysen's first foul, third team foul on the Hawks. And that will send Isaiah Plumlee to the line to shoot a pair for Galatia. Plumlee's first shot is up and good. That is Isaiah Plumlee's first basket of the night, first point. Aiden Combs checks in as Brendan Brown goes to the bench, and Strickland goes to the bench for Galatia as Townsend comes back in. Plumlee's second shot is also good. And Galatia cuts it back to a 7-point advantage. Elliott Page in the corner to Smith. Smith up top to Page. Back to Smith in the corner. Smith works his way inside, dumps it down to Combs on the baseline. Nothing doing. His pass to Steele. Steele cuts his way to the goal. His shot no good. Montgomery with the rebound, sticks it in. Jordan Montgomery, good job. Did nice work on the opposite side there. And the Hawks push it back to a 9-point lead. Puckett came down, tried to spin to the goal, lost the ball off his knee, and the Hawks will take over. 1:53 to go in the third quarter. Talon Smith to bring it up for the Hawks. Guarded there by Townsend. Dumps it in the corner to Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery goes baseline underneath the Steele. Steele loses the handle. There's a fight for it. It's going to be a loose ball. Last touch by Puckett from Galatia. And the Hawks to inbound under their own goal. 1:38 on the clock, third quarter. Smith to inbound. Into Steele in the corner, up top to Combs. Combs, bad pass from Combs right to Puckett. He flings it ahead to Townsend on the run, and Townsend lays it in. And a timeout quickly by Galatia. The Hawks sloppy on their end of the floor, and Galatia takes advantage of it. I believe it's a full timeout. Thought it was a 30, it's now a full. So with that being the case, I'm going to step away and get a drink. Be right back. Gallatin County basketball down here. They're going to go the length of the floor. Leading it by 7 right now. On the floor for the Hawks, Page, Smith, Montgomery, Combs, and Steele. Smith with the basketball for the Hawks. Brings it up into the front court. Over to Montgomery. Jordan Montgomery, bounce pass underneath. Bad pass by Jordan. Picked off. Here comes Townsend the other way. He will lay it up and in. And Galatia has quickly cut it back to a 5-point game. And Townsend has become their leading scorer in this one. Montgomery to Smith in the corner. Fires one up. No good. Rebound. Aiden Combs. Ball's batted around. Steele comes up with it. He powers his way to the goal, but they're going to say he traveled on his way in. And Jackson Carney is going to check in for Combs with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hawks lead it by 5. Jenkins with the basketball. Pass into Plumlee, knocked away and stolen by Talon Smith. Good defense there by the Hawks. They get one back. Smith's going to drive all the way to the goal. Lays it up one-handed. It's up and in. Nice job, Talon Smith. Split the defense and went all the way to the hole. Galatia quickly back to their end with 24 seconds on the clock. Cam Wood in the corner to Townsend. Townsend tries to make a move. Kicks it up top. Steele knocks it loose. He has a steal. He's going to go all the way. He has it stripped away out of bounds. It'll be Gallatin County basketball. And the Hawks to inbound under their own goal. Montgomery to inbound it for the Hawks. 12 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. He gets it into Carney on the lob, no good. Rebound comes down Jenkins. He gets it ahead to Puckett, who's going to go all the way. Pass Steele and scores. A foul on Steele there as Puckett took it to the goal. And he has a chance to cut it to a 4-point game with 3 seconds, 3.5 to be precise, here in the third. Puckett's shot is up and good. And Gallatin. Carney all the way down, fires the last second shot, no good, and that'll do it. We will go to the fourth with the Hawks leading it by 4. And we're going to step away for a moment. We will be right back. Well, as we stated before halftime, they went into half with a 6-point lead. They have a 4-point lead right now. I know it's not ideal. It's not where any coach wants to have his team be right now. But if you, as long as you have a 1-point advantage at the end of the fourth quarter, nobody cares. And the Hawks have got 8 minutes to go. Got a 4-point lead. Just got to outplay them here for the last 8. On the floor for the Hawks, Smith, Carney, Brockett, Montgomery, and Caston Wood. Galatia inbound. Ball inbounded to Wood. We're on our way. Wood top of the key. Works to the right side. Kicks it out. Puckett going to go baseline to the goal. Powers his way up. No good. Rebound Plumlee, and he puts it back in. And the Hawks lead it by 2 as they bring the ball to their end of the floor. Smith into the corner to Wood. Wood across to Carney. He tries to dribble through traffic. He loses the handle, but we've got a foul as I believe it's going to be on Wood. That'll be his third. They called him for the tackle. And that will be the third foul on him, first team foul. And the Hawks inbound into their own goal. Montgomery to trigger it in for the Hawks. Flip it in the corner to Smith. Smith goes baseline, dumps it out, has his pass broken up and stolen by Wood. And didn't understand what happened there. Okay, yeah, referee made a mistake. He just pointed the wrong direction. He called it out of bounds off the Galatia player, and it will be Gallatin County basketball. Smith into Kearney. 2-point ball game. It's a good ball game, but not one I think we wanted to see as a good ball game. Here's Smith's pass is stolen by Plumley. Ahead to Townsend, who lays it up and in, and we are back to even as Townsend connects with his 12th point of the night. Kearney now with the ball for Gallatin on the other side. The Wood to Smith, kicks it into Brockett. Brockett turns, dumps it down low to Montgomery. He goes up. Nice job, Jordan Montgomery goes up, puts it in the hole, working against good defense right there, but Montgomery powered it in anyway, and the Hawks back on top by 2. Wood to Plumley. Plumley works the right side to Townsend. Townsend drives the lane. Left-handed shot is up. No good. Rebound Montgomery. He gets it out to Kearney. And the Hawks work it back to their end. Smith goes baseline. He puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebound fought for. It's loose. Kearney yanks it out of there. He's going to drive the middle. He tries to kick it underneath. And we're going to have they're going to say the Galatia player kicked the basketball. So it will be Gallatin basketball under the goal. Checking in for Galatia is Strickland and Foster. Coming out is Jenkins and Townsend, which that's, to me, is a break right there. Townsend has been the stud right now for Galatia on the breaks. Pass into Kearney, top of the key. Over to Wood. Galatia in a 1-3-1 defense possibly. Into Brockett. His shot no good. Montgomery bats the rebound up. Brockett comes down with it. Max Brockett just doing yeoman work inside there. Puts one in for the Hawks. Galatia quickly ahead. Plumley dumps it underneath to Foster. And Foster with his first bucket of the night. And a quick timeout for Galatia. That's Ryan Foster's first basket of the night. He played the entire JV game and the varsity game he has played the biggest part of, and that's his first bucket he has scored. So the Hawks lead it by 2. We got 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Hawks lead it by 2. Castenwood to inbound for the Hawks. Into Kearney. And the Hawks bring it up court. Ahead to Wood. Wood in the corner to Kearney. Back up top to Wood. Wood works back to the left side. Into Montgomery. To Smith, top of the key. In the corner. Kearney, baseline. And they're going to say that we got a hold underneath. Number 13, that is Foster. That'll be his first. It'll be the team's second. And Montgomery to inbound it. Flips it into Kearney. Kearney in traffic, goes up. His shot no good. Plumley with the board ahead to Jenkins. Jenkins on the run out. Lays it up, no good. Montgomery down the other end to Smith. Smith to his end, lays it up. It's good. Both teams trying to turn up the tempo on this thing, and the Hawks get the better end of it. Jenkins now for Galatia in the corner to Strickland. Strickland fires a long 3. His shot no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It's going to be the last touch off of Puckett from Galatia. And the Hawks with 4:44 left to play, have a 44-40 lead. Into Kearney. Kearney working against Strickland. To Wood, to Brockett. In the corner to Montgomery. He goes baseline. He's going to power it up underneath the goal. No good. Shot comes down in Jenkins' hands. Jenkins back to the Galatia end. Works to the right side. Off to Plumley. Fires a three. And it is good. Isaiah Plumley set out most of the first half in foul trouble. Now Kearney drives. His shot is no good. And we got a loose ball. Going to be last touch off of Galatia. And Gallatin will inbound into their own goal, leading by a point. Tell you, Plumley, since coming back in, he's put in 7 points all in this half. He was out for the big chunk of the first half. In the corner, Smith fires one up, long board. Montgomery yanks down the rebound, feeds Smith underneath. Nice look by Montgomery, good cut by Talon Smith. And the Hawks back to a 3-point advantage as Jenkins has the ball on the Galatia end off to Puckett. Puckett works to the middle of the floor, now back to the right side, and he is going to be fouled down there by Montgomery. .347 left on the clock. Case and Steele checks in. Max Brockett will check out, and Townsend is back in the ballgame for Galatia. Sneaky good ad there for Galatia, getting Townsend back in. Puckett looking for someone, gets it back court to Jenkins. Jenkins up into the front court for Galatia, is going to drive the middle of the lane, kicks it in the corner. Townsend goes baseline, puts it up, and it falls. Townsend, he has controlled that baseline on this left side. Ball in the corner to Caston Wood. Wood up top, back over to Kearney. Kearney back over to Wood. Wood to Kearney. 3:18 on the clock. Smith with the ball. Feeds Wood, but it's going to be over his head, out of bounds. And Galatia will take over. 3:14 on the clock. We got a timeout. Gallatin County, a full timeout. Coach Lawler wanting to discuss things down there. Hawks lead it by 1. 3:14 left to play. We'll be back in just a moment. So the Hawks clinging to a 1-point lead here. Took my headset off. I'm trying to get that readjusted. So excuse me if I sound weird here, trying to adjust it. Galatia to inbound the ball. The Hawks with a little full court pressure. Full court man-to-man. Puckett to inbound the ball for Galatia. Gets it into Wood. Back to Puckett. Just over 3 minutes to go. Into the front court. Puckett nearly loses the handle. Gives it off to Jenkins. Jenkins over to Plumley. He's going to go middle of the lane. Fires one up. His shot no good. Talon Smith comes down with the rebound. Gives it off to Kearney. Kearney. Back over to Talon Smith. Smith feeds Steele. Steele. Back to Kearney. Kearney pulls up. Fires the jumper. No good. Smith is there to stick it back in. Talon Smith, nice job on the backside, a rebound. Hawks back up by 3. Jenkins into the front court for Galatia. Over on the left side, into the corner to Wood. He's going to go baseline. He's met there, bounce pass underneath the Puckett. His shot is up and good. Got to credit these Galatia players. They're making the extra pass and doing a good job. Kearney. Just over 2 minutes to go. To Steele. Steele tries to make a move to the goal, has us tied up, and now it's knocked loose. It's going to be last touch by Steele, out of bounds, and it will be Galatia basketball. 2:03 left on the clock. Puckett into Plumley. Plumley down the floor. Middle of the lane, runs into Steele. It's going to be a blocking foul on Cason Steele. That'll be his third. That'll be the team's second, as Galatia will inbound the ball underneath their own goal. Plumley to inbound. Flips it into Puckett. Puckett hands it off to Plumley. Galatia going to a spread offense. Wood with a three, no good. Rebound. Kearney is knocked away. They're going to say last touch by Kearney. Brendan Brown checking in the ball game for the Hawks, as Cason Steele will go to the bench. Galatia to inbound into their own goal. Plumley to trigger it in for the Bearcats. He fires one back court to Jenkins. 1:54 on the clock. Time getting short. Hawks up by 1. Jenkins on the left side. Loses the handle. Stripped away by Montgomery. Gives it off to Brown. Brown drives hard to the goal. His shot no good. Rebound fought for. Galatia comes up with it. Quickly up court is Cam Wood. Flips it ahead to Jenkins underneath. He scores, and Galatia takes their first lead of the night at 49-48. Good look there by Wood as he hits Jenkins on the break. Minute and a half to go. And we got a full timeout on the floor. Well, we got about a minute and a half to go. Hawks trail it by 1 now. This is definitely not where they wanted to be. Gallatin will be inbounding the ball under their own goal, or I'm sorry, under the Galatia goal, going the length of the floor. Possession arrow right now favors Galatia, so I had that checked on during the timeout break. I could not see from here. I always like to know where things are going to go. Wood to inbound the ball for the Hawks into Kearney. Jackson quickly to the Gallatin County end. Off to Smith. Smith to Wood. Just don't need to panic here. Smith drives, kicks it out to Kearney. Kearney goes baseline, has it stripped away, but a foul coming on Puckett. That'll be his first. And it'll be the third team foul on Galatia, as they're checking to see if he was shooting. He was shooting. So Jackson will be at the line shooting a pair. Was determined he was going up. Kearney with his first basket of the half, excuse me. Cason still checks in. Brendan Brown goes to the bench. We are tied. Jackson Kearney here, 1:14 on the clock. His shot is up and good, and the Hawks take a 1-point lead. Jenkins ahead to Townsend, fires the three. It is in and out. Rebound Montgomery. Montgomery gets it off to Kearney. Into the front court with a minute to go. Over to Wood. Back to Kearney. Down to Smith. Hawks in no rush now for sure. Over to Wood. Back up top to Kearney. Kearney to Smith. Smith looks to drive. Has it stripped away. It's loose. Picked up. Montgomery jump ball. It's going to be Galatia basketball. 43 seconds to go. And that was costly. Max Brockett checking in for the Hawks, as Steele will go to the bench. 43.7 seconds. Hawks lead it by 1. Plumlee back into Puckett. Puckett brings it up across the line to Wood. Wood. Top of the key, handling the ball, looking for someone, gets it off to Jenkins. Jenkins gives it to Puckett. Puckett to Wood, back up top to Jenkins, 23 seconds, ball inside, knocked away by Caston Wood. That's going to be a second foul on Caston, third team foul. 21 seconds remain. Plumlee to inbound the ball for Galatia. Jenkins going full court back. Ball flipped into Puckett, nearly stolen away. Flips it back to Plumlee, up and in. Sorry, folks, bad camera work, but Plumlee scored. Caston Wood back to the other end, 15 seconds on the clock. And a timeout with 13 seconds. Coach Lawler calls a timeout. Hawks trail it by 1. Full timeout on the other end. Hawks have the possession arrow right now as well. And the Hawks trail it by 1. So this is a big possession here. Want to get a bucket. I'm not sure if they will play for one shot or if they will just try to attack immediately and go for a basket. Conventional wisdom says hold it for one shot and get the win. But sometimes you want to make sure you have the opportunity. And a quick shot affords you the chance to get a rebound if you miss. So that might be the route they go. Who knows? A lot of things to consider here. On the floor for the Hawks, Montgomery, Kearney, Wood, Smith, and Steele. 3 team fouls apiece, so Galatia can foul. And they do have a foul to give before the Hawks will be at the free throw line. That would extend some time. So here we go. Montgomery to inbound the ball for the Hawks. Into Kearney. 12 seconds to Smith. Oh, they say Smith was on the line. They call Talon Smith for the over and back. And that is a bad break for the Hawks. Timeout, Gallatin County. 30-second timeout. Well, the situation gets a little tougher here. 3 team fouls on Gallatin, so on the inbound, if they foul, they will have to foul twice before they send Galatia to the line. You're looking for a quick steal. You're looking for denial on the inbound if you can get it. Anything of that nature, you just want to avoid the run out to the goal, which is you cannot have. Plumlee to inbound the ball for Galatia. They're dropping Steele back. He gets it into Puckett. We're going to have a quick foul on Steele, and that will be Cayson's 4th. So the next foul will send Galatia to the line. Ideally, I'm not sure which one of the Bearcats you'd want to foul. Probably, possibly Wood. 8 seconds on the clock. Plumlee gets it in. Wood, he is fouled immediately by Kearney. And that will send Cam Wood to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Galatia. 8.1 seconds on the clock. Cam Wood at the line. First shot from Wood is no good. I do not know if Coach Lawler has any timeouts or not, but he is talking to the officials, so I would assume that he does. Next shot is up, and it is no good. And a quick timeout, Gallatin County. Montgomery with the rebound. 7 seconds on the clock. Well, I'll tell you, folks, this one's tighter than a new pair of socks. It's a full timeout. So 7 seconds, the Hawks have to go the length of the floor. If you're Galatia, you probably do want to spend one of your fouls. It's just because it will complicate things a little bit. If you're Gallatin, you want to get it in and get it up court quick. You don't need a three, you just need a basket. So that's the route you can go. Probably something they haven't practiced, but a great time for a little hook and lateral here. But it's one of those things that you just don't practice every day. So that's a tough call. So 7.1 on the clock for Gallatin. Smith, Wood, Montgomery, Kearney, and Steele. Montgomery to trigger it in right in front of us. And we're going to let things play out. Into Wood. Wood is fouled immediately by Wood. 5.2 on the clock, so the next foul will put Gallatin at the line. Galatia will not want to foul again. So this is going to give the Hawks an opportunity. Into Kearney. Kearney across the line. He's going to drive to Montgomery. Baseline goes up. Lays it up and in! Jordan Montgomery at the buzzer! Puts one in the hole! And the Hawks escape with a 1-point win as Jordan hits the ground hard. His teammates are down there trying to pick him up. I hope Jordan's not hurt. He went down hard. Wow, what a play. Jordan Montgomery took it to the hole. That guy has given everything he had tonight. What a play, Jordan Montgomery. And the Hawks slip out. Hey, like I said, it's not where they want to be, but at the end of the night, if you're 1 point ahead, who cares? And they were 1 point ahead, so who cares? It's a win. Nice job, Jordan Montgomery. Wow. Coach Lawler will probably come up and talk to us here. I'm sure he will have a lot to say. Just checking down there to see if Jordan's okay. It looks like he's going to be all right. That bucket is going to make it feel a lot better. Tell you what, Jordan Montgomery's a good kid. If you don't know Jordan Montgomery, he's a great kid. You can see him here. He's been beat up, banged up. He's picked up the trash on the bench. I'm telling you what, that's a good kid right there. Jordan Montgomery, just a great kid. Real quick, we got Coach Lawler coming up. So real quick, let me give you the unofficial scoring. For the Hawks, they were led in scoring by Talon Smith. He had 16, 9 points for Jordan Montgomery, none bigger than the last one. 8 points for Brockett, 6 for Kearney, 4 for Wood, 4 for Steele, and 3 points for Aiden Combs. But like I said, you know, Coach, I was just talking about this. You know, you had a 6-point lead at halftime. I said, I know that's probably not where Coach wants to be. A 4-point lead after 3. I said, I know that's not where Coach wants to be. But, you know, being a coach myself and doing it, at the end of the night, if you're ahead by 1, who cares? And you're ahead by 1 at the end of this thing. So you slip out of town, get a win, and, hey, you take it, right?
Oh, 100%. Funny thing is last time we played them in regular season, at our place, Jack Bullock was there, who runs the Baseline View, and Jack looked at me after the game, and we won that one by 2, and he said, well, Coach, the old adage is better to be lucky than good. And once again, we're 2 for 2 on that this year against Galatia, because both times tonight and when we played them right before December, we were lucky. I mean, because they out-hustled us, they outplayed us. Hats off to Galatia. They did a fantastic job tonight. I mean,
they play great on their own floor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and it's a tough place to play. That's something I talked about this week. You know, I knew this was going to be a tough game. You know, you go in and you beat a team by 25 or 30, generally high school kids as a rule, they overlook the team, especially when you play them as close as we played them. We played them a week ago on a neutral floor, and we had a 25-point lead at halftime.
Yeah.
We thought, I told the officials that, we thought all we had to do tonight was show up. And that's what we looked like for 3 quarters. Like I said, hats off to them, number one. But better to be lucky than good.
Absolutely. And you had a lot of kids that played really hard tonight. Max Brockett had a great game. A number of guys had good ball games out there tonight. But, what can you say about the work that Jordan Montgomery did? Obviously getting the big bucket there at the end. But what about the work he did tonight?
Oh, hats off to Jordan. That was a big bucket. The first thing out of his mouth after I went out there to check on him on the floor when he fell after that made basket to win the game, he goes, I got fouled. I got slapped in the face. I said, it don't matter, son. I said, you made it. He goes, oh, I did. I said, yes, we won. Let's go to the locker room.
And I said, I put the camera on him as he was walking off the floor. I said, people that don't know Jordan, I said, he's such a good kid. I said, not only did he just hit the winning basket in the game, he walked up with it and he had like 4 or 5 empty bottles of trash he was taking back to the locker room.
Oh,
what a great kid.
100%. Most humble kid you'll meet. Hats off to all our kids. I thought everybody played, did their job tonight. I thought, Brendan and Max. Brendan got some foul trouble, but Max did a heck of a job tonight. He was honestly one of our better big men in the half court. He did a better job than some of our younger guys in the half court defense. And he was hitting some shots tonight. And that was big for him. But back to Jordan. Now, one of the most humble kids you'll meet. Chris Dexter put stuff on Facebook about him, and he literally he does not care for that. One of the parents here, they bought a fathead for him, and he told him, he said, don't have that out. I don't want that. And they told him, they said, you're the only senior, Jordan. He said, I don't care. They tell it, there's people at school, Jordan, you ought to be the first one to run out with the team. He goes, no. But you're the only senior. He goes, no, let the other guys run out. He is the most humble, kind-hearted kid and one of the hardest workers we've got, and we will dearly miss him next year. Like, people don't understand how much we're going to miss Jordan Montgomery next year.
And he deserves to hit a bucket like that.
Oh, yeah. And, last year, funny enough, against Galatia, he missed the game winner. He got the shot running down, and he just missed it. And I looked at him, I said, you finally hit it this year, and even better at their place. So, no, like I said, glad to get the win, keep it at 1 loss in the conference on regular season. We're still alive. We're still in the driver's seat to win the conference if we can win our games. Tough one tomorrow night, Coach.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow in Hamilton County. Go enjoy it down in the clock room with the kids.
Thank you.
Coach Lawler there with us talking about it tonight. What a win, 52-51. Jordan Montgomery with the bucket there at the end to seal the deal. Wow, what a game, what a finish. Hey, we will see you tomorrow night over at Hamilton County. I've got the call tomorrow night. So with that being said, we're going to sign off for tonight, and I will see you tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody.